Welcome, Capricorn. Welcome back to Eccentric Social Vibrations. I am Blue Daisy Love 7. All right, good morning. I'm waking up out my sleep doing readings. Good morning. It's like 3 something where I'm at. So, pardon my voice, but welcome. All right, we got the 3. I'm going to tell you what these mean, okay? So I got a different deck today, even though I do regular card romancy. I got these, so excuse my appearance. Sit with me. Like, share, subscribe, join the eccentric bunch. I welcome you here. For the first time existing subscribers, I welcome you here again with positive energy. I got some ashes on these cards. I'm sorry. So let's see what we got going on here for you. All right, these hearts, the flamingos represent hearts. These represent diamonds. These represent spades, and these represent clubs. Okay, so you would normally have the queen of hearts, the nine of diamonds, the six of hearts, the ace of spades, the eight of spades, the seven of clubs, three of hearts, and the two of clubs. Okay. All right, no matter what comes up, you're still blessed. This could be about a relationship, challenges in general. You teaching someone a lesson about, how to handle you or how to move with you here. That's very important here. Okay, protecting your heart has become a thing after recent experiences here. The letter U could be important. I'm going to call out some letters, maybe Utah, Unique, Ulysses, any name with a U. Okay. But I feel like you're working through some challenges. You're working through, a lot. You're working through it all. You may have some competitive traits or be a competitive person, but the plans that you've had for yourself, they've been put on hold or pause. You may feel like you don't have enough, like you have to, like you've had to have some hard conversations with yourself about some of your choices, whether they be good or poor, right? And it's like sometimes you be coming up with things or thinking about things or looking at a certain situation, because it's two different situations here that I feel like are heavy on your heart. But I feel like you be like, the math ain't mathing in a situation. And you may have learned some karmic lessons or are actually going through a karmic lesson and it's wrapping up. But I'm getting the song Learn You Something by Black with the 6 LAC. I love him. Okay. I feel like you also could have caught someone cheating, or you could have did some cheating, but hear me out, y'all. It's more. These cards get wild and random. But I feel like, that song comes to me and many more. But I feel like you have gone through so many changes, right? And more changes they are to come. But some of them you absolutely have not been okay with. And you have been not adjusting well to your situations, worried, annoyed, impatient, but forced to be patient. You may have goals or plans, but life has interrupted them with all of this stuff that you got going on or that you're trying to work through. Frustration, because you're trying to make moves to move forward, but SHIT, it just keep on happening and popping up. But I see two hard situations or two things, two difficulties, two separate things that you're dealing with. The letter O, Olivia, Ohaka, okay? Omarion, Onyx, touch. Come on and move. You cannot lose. Cut the lights on. I love that song. Maybe about consequences of your actions, and the lights are on. You can see now. But the letters G, Grady, Green, Greek, C, Christina, Charlie, Charleston, Crystal. What else we got here? The letter L, Lorena, Lawrence, Lorraine, Lauren, L Boogie, okay, Lawrence. Ayanla Fix My Life, Isaiah, Iodine, I don't know. Okay, you, all right, Lucky, okay. I feel like you need satisfaction. You need somebody sincere, right? You need somebody that's affectionate and devoted and is faithful. That's really what you need. And the letter N, Nisha, okay, nasty, okay, Nancy Neal. But I feel like you're over it. You're sick of it. And I feel you with some of you in the dating life if you're single. But I also feel like you're not receiving things as you should, or you're not receiving any of that I mentioned as you should in a partner or in general. Okay, cheating spouses and partners. But life is not to be lived with regret. So don't be sitting up there dwelling and making yourself feel regret, right? No regrets, okay? People, let go of disappointments is here for you. All right? They say that the sky's the limit. Well, I don't think so. I think outer space might be. So that means that you can go beyond further than what you always think, right? So open up. Okay, but I feel like there's heavy dislike here, and careful with that because that's very close to the heart with all these hearts here. Like I said, two different situations, but it's almost like one or both is creating a disdain for you or a heavy dislike. So careful with that and close to the heart, okay? To me, a stranger in my house. That's how people become bitter. Now, I don't see you as that or see you as or it will be that. Just don't let stuff sit unresolved or just stay, don't stay in the funk. You smell me? You smell me, cuz? But I feel like maybe on the move or maybe you're on the go a lot. If you cheated, I feel like you hate home. There's just no other way to explain it. I can't sugarcoat with these cards. You don't want to be there. Okay, you resent it, so leave. Okay, you can leave. Meredith marks on you, okay? But I feel like find a way to release yourself. You may already moved out or just not be at home a lot in general, if that's not your situation. But I feel like maybe you've been wanting to sleep other places lately. All right, but find a way to relieve yourself. And I also feel like that could possibly be throwing you off a little bit because you need some sleep here. Sam Smith, how do I sleep to you? How I sleep? How do you sleep? I'm sorry. And it's another song of his that came to me. I don't forgot. I know I'm not the only one. Well, you need to be like his other song and say you're too good at goodbyes. All right. You should date others if you're not married. Okay, go discover the satisfaction of a more generous lover. I see you having better dating life once this situation is worked out, so apply it as you see fit. And that queen right there, the queen of wands, even though it's a flamingo, in general, I'll get to what that card represents. But I feel like you should go on a discovery, a dating discovery. Okay, apply it as you see fit, or you either your own one, all right? But I feel like, no judgment here. I feel like you're working through some more change here. And I think I said the letter G. If I didn't, the letter G. Grace, give yourself some here, for God's sakes. Okay, uncomfortable yet necessary. Okay, maybe you feel like you lost some time or you gave up too much time or you lost time in a situation. Well, that's not necessarily true. They say that timing is everything, so apply it as you see fit. And some say that time ain't real, but I think that's not true. All right, time is of the essence here in your situation. But also timing is everything. But queens represent wisdom, right? Okay, she pulls the strings behind the scenes, okay? She pulls the strings behind the scenes. Okay, on the downside, she lacks motivations, but on the other side, she's powerful, she's empathic, she is motivation. All right. And when disappointed, you better watch out because her next move is going to be her next move. LMA hearts on deck with all these hearts. Fresh off the dome, I am waking up with all of this. But I feel like you're not wasting any time. You're not doing any talking because she doesn't. So a gentleman applied as you see fit as well. You have to be that way with somebody. In one of these situations, there's a need for you to have to enforce the power, okay, of yourself because there's a need for them to feel your power by certain actions. So that leads me to believe that you may need to make a power move and show them that they have to learn, that they must learn the hard way. Dealing with you, okay? This is not a game. Power move, checkmate. Put them in their place is what this is saying, okay? Hard, a hard head makes a soft what? The grandmas used to say that, but I'm just saying here, it's like a lot that's heavy on your heart. Okay, protecting your heart has become a thing in your recent experiences. But no matter what came out, you're still blessed. Yeah, and I wish you well. I wish you good luck coming in. Take care. You're going to work through these changes.